Ladies and gentlemen, I know that Nintendo Switch 2 news or discourse is all over the place, and it's kind of a little controversial sometimes, but I'll be honest, I don't care about any of that. I really cannot wait to enter this new generation. So we're going to have a positive video today. We're going to go over every single Nintendo Switch game that has a free Switch 2 update. So let's go and get right into this video. So the discourse for the Nintendo Switch 2 currently it's kind of crazy. It's like, is this true? Is this not true? So I thought it would be really fun to actually go over something pretty positive for once. And if you cannot tell, I'm still on vacation. But yeah, the videos are still coming, man. So make sure you hit a like and subscribe. Follow your boy on Instagram and Twitter so we can keep this community growing. And let's just go ahead and get into this. So before we get into this official list of games from Nintendo that have free Switch 2 upgrades, I want to go ahead and mention that Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom technically have free upgrades as well. You can buy these games, the Nintendo Switch 2 versions of these games, and I think Breath of the Wild might be $70 and Tears of the Kingdom $80, which is insane. Or if you already own these games, you can get the versions of those games for free. All you have to do is have the Nintendo Switch Online Expansion Pack, and then you get these upgrades absolutely free. So now that that is out of the way, let's get into this official list from Nintendo. And I find these, what do we have, 3, 6, 9, we have 12 games. I find these games very peculiar that they picked these exact 12 games. I wonder if that's pointing towards something else coming in the future. But let's just go ahead and get into it. So the first game is really curious to me, and it's ARMS. ARMS is getting a free Switch 2 upgrade. This game seems like it was left in the past. Like when it came out, it seems like it was left in the past. And I've said it before, I think ARMS is extremely underrated. I really think Nintendo should have did more with it. I think it had a lot of potential. I really like the characters. It was cool, like the way the motion controls worked, but I can see how that gimmick got old pretty quick. That's why I find this so strange. It seems like everybody forgot about this game, so why remind us of it now? You know what I'm saying? So maybe ARMS will make an appearance again on the Switch 2 with a new entry, or something like that. I just think Nintendo is not done with it yet, and I honestly think that's the reason why this game is getting a free Switch 2 upgrade. We also have Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. I'm not sure if this released on the 3DS and the Switch like the same day, or it released on the 3DS and the Switch came later. I really like this game. It's very charming, but you can easily see that it was something from the previous generation just brought over to the Switch. So if I had to guess, we're definitely going to get a new entry on the Nintendo Switch 2, and I think that's great news. I like Toad, I like Toadette, I like how they have their own adventure. It's a very fun puzzle game. This is a game that's very, very cheap. I want to say like $30. You can still find it brand new all the time. That might actually be the retail price for it. So having a Switch 2 upgrade, I don't know if it really needs it, but it's going to be a welcome treat nonetheless. Super Mario Odyssey is also getting a free Switch 2 upgrade. Although I do not think it needs it at all, truly at all. I think it's just going to be beautiful. It's going to look amazing. I just beat Super Mario Odyssey for the third time, probably 2 or 3 months ago, and I'm probably going to play it immediately again. There's so much games getting free upgrades and new Switch 2 games coming and third-party stuff. Where the hell am I supposed to find the time to play all this stuff? I'm not complaining, but it's just like, man. So since Super Mario Odyssey came out so early in the Switch's life, I can see the need for the upgrade. Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. This truly does not need the upgrade at all in my opinion. Maybe you could make the argument for Super Mario 3D World, but Bowser's Fury looked next generation on the Switch. So this is what I'm most curious about. Playing Bowser's Fury with the Switch 2 upgrade on the Nintendo Switch 2. Whenever we get a new 3D Mario, I think it's probably going to be something similar to the way Bowser's Fury looks and plays, which isn't a bad thing. So maybe this was a way for them to like test how that's all going to work out. And that's why we got this upgrade. I'm really not sure, but I cannot wait to play this. Unpopular opinion? Sure, maybe. But Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser Fury is my favorite Mario game on the Nintendo Switch. Like, I like it way more than Super Mario Odyssey. So a game I really can't say much about because I don't know that much about it, but I still find it very interesting that it's on this list, is Clubhouse Games. I know a lot of people enjoy this game, or games. I think there's like 50 games or 51 games or something like that, and that is awesome. I've never played this, so if I can find this on sale, I think I will be picking this up. I enjoy all these tabletop games like chess and checkers, and I really don't even know what else is in this, but I think I would play this. So again, I think there is a reason that Nintendo picked this game specifically. My favorite Legend of Zelda game that released on the Switch entirely is The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. I've beat this game twice. I've beat the original maybe twice. I have to admit, even though this game is beautiful, it's fantastic, I love it, I could play it again right now, the frame rate problem was horrendous at times. Whenever Link is doing his little dash and like running across the world, it just started glitching out non-stop and it looked really blurry. So this is a game that I think is going to benefit from this upgrade like tremendously. I don't know what else entails with these upgrades. Is it just frame rate and like better colors with the HDR from the Switch 2? And I'm not really sure what all goes into these upgrades. But this is one of those games, if you put a side-by-side comparison of the Switch version and the Switch 2 version, I think you're going to see like a night and day difference. Piggybacking off of that, we have The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. This is the newest game on this list, I think. This is coming out at the tail end of the Switch's life, and this is on this list. I played Echoes of Wisdom, I want to say in February. I think it's a must-play game for any Zelda fan, but I'll be honest, I think it's a little underwhelming, a little forgettable, and I think we moved on fairly quick from this game when I look back on it. It was fun, and everybody was saying, oh, I want to play a game where you play as Princess Zelda. But we got that game, and it seems like people just like the idea of playing as Zelda, but really wanted to play as Link. And I don't know what it says about me, but when I was playing this game a lot, I was thinking, man, I'd really like to play the same exact adventure, but just be Link rescuing Princess Zelda. I think I'd have got immersed into the game more, enjoyed it more, and it would have been more memorable. Regardless, the overall quality of this game was pretty choppy and muddy. I think it had a lot of the same problems Link's Awakening had, but you gotta remember, this came out at the tail end of the Switch, so I feel like there's really no excuse to have like this much frame rate problems and lagging problems going on. So again, I think this is going to be a night and day difference when you compare the Switch version to the Nintendo Switch 2 version, and maybe it'll be worth revisiting, but I'll be honest, it's probably one of the few Zelda games I'm only going to play one time. Another game that's really interesting that it's on this list is Game Builder Garage. I have never played this game, but essentially I think you just develop like little video games in it, or something, forgive me for not knowing, but I know it's something like that. Why, out of all the games to pick this one? Again, I think this is something that we're going to get a new version of, or maybe something like I don't want to say a spin-off, because what the hell could you make a spin-off of? But maybe just something weird and wacky like this again. Maybe Nintendo will see how we like these games, and that's something that I think that I'm trying to say here. I think depending on how much of these get played, like the Switch 2 version, or how much they're revisited, Nintendo might take that information and then decide, should they make a sequel, should they follow this up, should they do something similar, or should they just leave this whole concept alone? New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe is getting an upgrade. I'll be honest, this is probably my least favorite Mario game of all time. It is the most soulless Mario game. I have been over these 2D Mario games for quite a while. I think everybody else has as well. Super Mario Bros. Wonder did a great job of like reinventing the wheel and making new concepts and just making it fun and refreshing. Even with a Switch 2 upgrade, I don't think I would revisit this game because it's just so freaking boring to me. Like, it's not a bad game, but I don't know, maybe Nintendo thinks they can sell more copies of this game because I think it sold like 15 million copies or maybe even 20 million or something like that. So maybe people will buy this game again, but I hope not. So there's two games on this list right here that I think are going to benefit extraordinarily from these free upgrades. We have Pokemon Scarlet and Violet on this list. So essentially, we're going to get free versions of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet for the Nintendo Switch 2. So just imagine these games coming out on the Switch 2. Is this really going to be the answer to all of our problems with these games? I don't know what it says about me, but I absolutely love these games when they came out. I think I got Violet, I beat it in like 7 or 8 days. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet are on the opposite end of Masterpiece, but for some reason, I just love them. So I think I could play through these again and love every second of it. Their frame rate's going to be better. The pop-in is going to be better. I don't know if like the overall game will be better because I think there was just a lot of development issues. So maybe the Switch 2 version is just a whole new build for the game. I'm not really sure how this stuff works, but I do think it's going to be worth revisiting 100%. And the last game that they have right here, again, I find very strange. It's Big Brain Academy Brain vs. Brain. This game is actually really fun. There is a demo, I believe, so I would check out that demo if you get a chance. Regardless if this Switch 2 upgrade does good or not, I think we're definitely going to get one of these games again. I don't know how well they sell, but I just think they're not that hard to make. I think Nintendo probably just does this in-house, maybe on like a B or C team. They're just like fun little learning games and like brain challenges and stuff, and I do enjoy them. So yeah, I don't think I have this game digitally. I don't think so. I don't think I would be picking it up again. Oh, I'm actually wondering something right now. Since there's a demo available for this game, would my demo be a Switch 2 demo version? I wonder. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is a very strange 12 games to pick to get free Nintendo Switch 2 upgrades. I'm not complaining at all, but I think there's a reason for picking these exact games right here. Maybe it's to test how well these Switch 2 versions will be, maybe it's to get people re-interested in these franchises, or maybe Nintendo just picked some random games out of a hat. I have no idea. And remember, if you made it to this part of the video, hit a like and subscribe. Follow your boy on Twitter and Instagram so we can keep the community growing. I'm still on vacation, but I still have videos coming out pretty much daily, I think every day, because I just love my community that much. And you guys know me, I will see you very soon with a new video. Peace out.